Brandon. This is a great opportunity for us to sit and talk about Saved, Single, and Serious. So one of the questions that I have for you, and I'm sure other people would like to know, is how did you come up with this idea?
Well, going through a couple of heartbreaks, I went through a point to where I was married and went through adultery from the opposite side, and then I got into another relationship and got hurt. So I was laying up in the bed one day and I was just thinking, looking at social media and all the bad images that people had, the signs that people had about men weren't no good and things like that. So I was like, God, how do I take this to the next level in order to change things? And then it was like single, saved, and serious. So then I got on Facebook. I went to the car. I think I was on my way to work, and I went to the car. I went in my Jeep, and I just posted a picture, and it says single, saved, and serious. So after that, I looked at it and I was like, okay, the next step is get t-shirts. So I went to go print out some t-shirts, single, saved, and serious. Got a big buzz from there. Then I started setting up meetings, and as I was setting up meetings and things like that, people started coming and we started, going through different issues, the struggles, strategies, and strengths of being single, saved, and serious. And people started loving it, so I started doing more, and it's been going ever since.
Excellent. So what is your mission for Single, Saved, and Serious?
To change lifestyles and mindsets, to bring a better reality to the world, that everybody ain't what society pictures. You are what God pictures you to be. And we look at each other as a whole and not as individuals. So everybody is like responsible for each other's past. We're responsible for the next person's past or whatever. So I just want to change all of the bad imagery of singles.
Clarence, thank you for coming out today and being a part of Saved, Single, and Serious. And I have a few questions that I'd like to engage you with our audience. One question I'd like to ask you is, are you okay with being single?
Now I am. At first I was not, but now I am.
Why were you not okay with being single?
Well, going through a divorce that wasn't good and wasn't happy, and it was a very, how would you put it, messed up divorce. And it didn't end it properly, and a lot of hurt feelings, and that's why I wasn't happy being single, because I always wanted to be married.
Okay. Are you okay with being single?
I can't really say that I'm okay with being single. Nobody really wants to be by themselves, for their lifetime. So I'll say, as far as being single, I don't enjoy it, but I'm not really in a rush to get into anything that's not going to be a good fit for me.
One, because when I first became single, I didn't date for a while, but when I actually started to date, I realized that I felt like I was sort of in a maze. It's like you meet someone, you sort of like them, you go out a couple of times, things may happen, and then it's like, what happens now? And it was just seemed like it was always on that same roller coaster ride of things start off great and then it just sort of plateaus, and what do we do from here? And so from that point, I just said to myself, you know what, I don't have the time, the energy to actually just be riding this roller coaster. I'm serious in what I want, and so therefore I'm not wavering on that. And if I don't see that person actually possesses those things, I'm not going to think that later on it's going to come and if they have potential or things of that nature. So it made me be more serious in my singleness.
Are you okay with being single?
I would say currently I am okay with being single. I think there was a period maybe I wasn't okay with it. over time, just accepting the fact that there was a reason for it really made me feel comfortable with being single. So I would say as of right now, yes.
I am, 34 years old. Certainly, I travel a lot, meet dynamic, beautiful, accomplished women all over the country. But at this point, I believe that unless you're married, you're single. So dating, yes, and we'll see what the Father has moving forward.
Not really. I would rather be sharing my life with somebody like mine, my relationship with Christ, and we can be iron sharpening iron.
Welcome back to Single, Saved, and Serious. It's a movement, and today I have the pleasure of sitting down with Miss Ty Wilson. How you doing, Ty?
Good, how you?
I'm amazing. We share the same name, Fly Ty Wilson.
I'm fly too.
Yeah, so fly. Tell everybody just a little bit about yourself.
Okay, well, I'm a native New Yorker, but I've been in Charlotte for 5 years, and I'm a freelance writer and blogger, singleandhappyonline.com.
There you go. So what does it mean to be single and happy?
It means just, living your life, your best life. If you meet somebody, that's fine. If you end up getting married, that's fine too. If not, I don't think marriage should be the end all, the be all.
Really?
Yeah, just anything.
I am 34, single. I attend Elevation University City, and I am the University City Campus Outreach Director there. I absolutely love what I do.
That means she know what she doing, so she know how to direct men in a relationship to where she want them to go. That's all I'm saying.
Being single is something that you make peace with. It's so easy to fool yourself to be okay with it because you can get used to anything. Once you discover that you're in a place where you are official in singlehood, then you make peace with it, and then you try to justify it, saying, "Yeah, I'd rather be single right now. That way, I don't have to deal with anything else." But that's just like so many other things that we hide from ourselves. We're all better off in companionship, but when we don't have companionship, we make peace with singlehood, and then we try to enhance singlehood, or we try to glorify singlehood. And I was in that mode where I was basically glorifying singlehood for about 9 years. It had been 9 years since my last marriage ended. And of course, I've dated a lot during that time period, but I didn't find one for me.
Hello, I'm Fly Ty, and this is the Single, Saved, and Serious documentary. And we're sitting down with some beautiful women today, and we're talking about being single and how you're handling that, and how has it benefited your life, or has it benefited your life? So we're sitting down with Miss Lisa Santiago,
Yes.
right? Tell us a little bit about yourself really quick.
My name is Lisa Santiago.
Mhm.
I've been single for about 4 or 5 years.
Okay.
After being married for a very, very long time.
How long was you married?
Almost 25 years.
25 years. That's quite a transition.
Yes.
From being married to from 25 years, the dating game has totally changed.
You know that's true.
Remember what it was 25 years ago.
Absolutely.
So now you're single.
Yes.
Are you okay with being single?
Yes, and I'm not really anymore. I'm not going to be considered single in the next couple of months. I'll be getting married again.
Wow. Go ahead. Come on now. Whoa, that's good. That's good. You know, and I have to say this.
Yeah.
When I was married, I was with mine for 15 years and married for 10.
Mhm.
And when we separated and eventually divorcing, I said, I'm never getting married
So
again.
did I.
But now
Same thing.
I'll be getting married in 4 weeks.
Yes. And some people, they just need to be by themselves or get themselves a puppy or a kitten or something and just be happy with that. Because some people just aren't meant to be with someone else.
Being single has its challenges. You know, I noticed that there's times where I cry at night, and you know, wanting to have somebody near me, and it gets lonely at times.
Okay. So go into a little bit more description of your single, saved, and serious life on a daily basis. How are you living that life on a daily basis?
Pretty much staying, you know, busy, keeping busy, staying active in the community. You know, just hanging out with, you know, friends and family. You know, just to kind of keep busy.
That's all I'm saying. Watch out. Now, looking like that, you won't be single for long.
No, I don't think I'll cross my legs on
Go ahead. I love it. All right. Well, this is something easy for you because you're a communicator. You talk. Talk about being single, saved, and serious.
Being single, saved, and serious for me is a multi-pronged approach.
Okay.
Because you want to have balance. You know, I grew up in the church, and in my background, you know, it was kind of taboo. But as I've gotten older with life experiences, I realized that you have to have balance on all levels.
Nice. How did those experiences help mold you and to make you a better single person?
Well, for one, I was previously married. I've been divorced for a number of years now. And
how many?
16 years, actually.
16 years,
yes,
okay.
16 years, and I'm a single mother. And I proudly say that because that experience brought me to where I am now. And I love being single.
Yeah.
I do. I enjoy it. Of course, I do desire to be with someone, but my experiences have made me wiser. They've made me more confident, sharper. And I'm just, you know, living life, as Jill Scott would say, like it's golden.
Like it's golden. So would you say that you're a better you because of those experiences?
Absolutely, absolutely. Because without those experiences, you know, some come through the fire, some through the flood. So my experiences have definitely made me a better person because now I know who I am, whose I am, and the direction that I'm going.
Women being too bold. I mean, they don't give you the opportunity to pursue them. They just want to pursue the man because they want what they want. And I have issues with weaves and wigs. I'm being real. Weaves and wigs. I mean, you're selling me a false representation of a woman, and so I don't. Those who like that, fine, but I'm not one for that. Show me who you are, so I can make an intelligent decision about whether I want to pursue you or not. But give me the opportunity to pursue you. Don't pursue me, because that's not the teaching I receive in my church. It's a good thing when a man finds a wife.
I think my single, save, and serious life has to do with learning what I did wrong the first time and making things right, getting myself prepared to be in a healthy relationship in the future.
Okay. And so have you gone to God about being single?
I have. I actually was in my church. I've gone to singles ministries, prayed on situations. Anytime that I meet someone that I potentially think that I am willing to or wanting to date, I pray over that situation and let God guide it.
And what do you feel God has told you about your singleness?
That it's a learning lesson, that there are things that I need to be prepared for if I am to be someone's wife again in the future. That I need to perfect the flaws that I have within myself, whether it be communication, whether it be financially or just making time for someone. those are things that I have time to actually perfect before I enter into something long term.
I agree. Especially in the South, there's still the notion of, like, if I go to a restaurant by myself, I still get looks like, is a table for one, or like, am I waiting for somebody else? No, it's just me. But if I'm in New York, you know, eating by yourself, going to the movies by yourself, all of that is commonplace, you know.
And you're okay with that?
And I am okay. Now, do I want to get married one day? Sure, but I'm at a point now where if it doesn't happen, I'm at peace with that, because there's nothing wrong with me.
Go ahead.
Well, one of the struggles that I personally face, and that's why I'm in the position of being a single mother, is loneliness. Loneliness can really drive you if you're not careful.
Yeah.
And what appears to be good may not always be good for you.
Yeah.
Okay? And so that right there is something that I have personally struggled with, is the loneliness factor. But now I'm at a place where I have to tell my loneliness, be quiet and go occupy yourself with something else.
Loneliness, shut up.
Exactly.
In my maturity, I've learned that God can pick a woman for me better than I can pick for myself. I used to go to God with my laundry list of requirements in a woman. I want her to look like this, to be like this, to walk, talk, and act like this, and have this kind of thing, and that didn't work out so great for me. But I found when I simplified my prayer to God and say, Lord, please bring me a woman that's right for me, a woman that can fit with me. Whatever she looked like, I was going to be at peace with. And I got blessed. It took me over a year of praying that prayer daily. Over a year of praying daily, Lord, please send me a woman that's right for me, for me.
Wifey. Bad girl. I'm looking for first, and I pray just like this for her. I pray that she has an intensity and a commitment to living as righteously as possible. I pray that she understands what she was designed to be, a spirit of service. You know, show me a woman of service, I'll show you a woman of value. You know, we can get to the other qualities, and I've learned, we talk about deal breakers. You know, I've learned that, you know, what you do for a living, as long as it's more ethical and legal, I'm cool with that.
Not as far as appearance so much. More like the mind, the heart. I mean, you know, how they feel, and if it's not lining up with Christ and His Word, then that's not what I'm looking for.
Not wanting to date, being fearful of whatever happened before may happen again.
Oh, wow. Wow. A lot of women deal with that, you know, being in a relationship and probably went through some hurt. And they guard their heart and they don't want to deal with it anymore. So what struggles do you face with being single?
I don't really
How do you face
any struggles anymore, I would say. It took a while to get there. Like I said, I've been divorced for 3 years, so I've been single for 3 years now. So probably the first year and a half, it was very difficult, just trying to readjust and get used to being by myself and starting things over. But lately, I've just learned to read my Bible more, do my outreach that I do, stay involved, and it has helped me grow. Stay on my knees and just wait for God to send me whoever it is that He's got for me.
So you would say you kept yourself busy. You began working on being a better you.
Being a better Tasha.
don't look at this as a negative, you know,
Good.
because maybe you do in the beginning, it's only natural, you
Yes.
know, people around you getting married, you know, people are just building and having fun and posting all these real things on social media, you know, and it can make you feel intimidated, but I would say that there's a reason, and you're going to have to figure out what it is, and let that be the time that you ask God, well, now what do you want me to want?
Well, that's about it, people. Single, saved, and serious. Fly Tie. Of course, as of right now, I'm single, I'm saved, and I'm serious about my walk with Christ. You can find me at any type of event all around the city of Charlotte. I am a national host, MC, whatever may have you. I do it all, so you'll catch me at your latest event. I am the official host for the Charlotte Hornets and CIAA and all that good stuff coming up. But I want to thank you for tuning in, and I pray that this helps somebody and inspires someone and encourage someone to know that you can live a holy and righteous life. You could be single and happy. You don't need another person to complete you, but you can be happy with who you are. Understand that the person who walks into your life does not fill the void. You allow God to fill that void, and that person adds to your happiness. And I wouldn't even say happiness, because happiness is an emotion that goes up and down like a roller coaster. I would say a person who can help add to your joy. Remember, it's the joy that's on the inside. And who brings that joy? No one but yourself and God. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of this single, saved, and serious movement and this series. I hope you've enjoyed it. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram by searching Fly Tie On Air. Or log on to flytieonair.com to find out exactly where I'll be at next, my upcoming events, or just follow me and you'll find it so very entertaining. Thank you again. Peace, and may God bless you. Remember, all things are possible to them that believe. And I have to leave you with my favorite scripture, Romans 8:28. All things work together for the good to them that love God, the called according to his purpose. So whether you're single, married, or whatever may have you, or whether you're looking, just understand that it's working out for your best. So be encouraged. Keep your head up. First, love yourself before anybody can love you. Peace.